next session on finite element analysis. In this session, we will discuss about the difference between constant strain triangle, that is CST, and linear strain triangle, that is LST. In the field of finite element analysis, the terms constant strain triangle and linear strain triangle refer to different types of triangular elements used to approximate the behavior of a continuum under stress. These elements are used to discretize a domain for numerical analysis. Here is a detailed explanation of the differences between them. First, we'll talk about the constant strain triangle, that is CST. When you define a CST, it is a type of finite element where the strain is assumed to be constant throughout the element. When you talk about nodes, a CST has 3 nodes, one at each vertex of the triangle. So we'll see a CST element. This is how it looks like. This is a triangle element. It has 3 nodes, one at each vertex, 1, 2 and 3. These are the node numbers 1, 2, 3, and this entire thing is one element. So it is one element with 3 nodes. Displacement assumption. The displacement within the element is approximated by a linear function. This means that the displacements are linear functions of the coordinates. We are talking about linear function. Strain distribution. Since the strain is the derivative of the displacement, a linear displacement function results in a constant strain within the element. So if you recollect, we have written the shape function phi for a CST element at each node. Phi1 was alpha 1 plus beta 1x plus gamma 1y. Similarly, we wrote for phi2 and phi3. So we can say that phi1 is alpha 1 plus beta 1x plus gamma 1y. And similarly, you can write for phi2 and phi3. And at the end, we say that phi is equal to phi1 plus phi2 plus phi3. The summation should be equal to 1. So this is very important. So when I say I'm talking about strain, this will be dou phi1. Say if I am finding with respect to x, this term will be 0. This term will be 0. So what remains is only this. So the answer will be beta 1. This value is alpha 2 plus beta 2x plus gamma 2y, and this is alpha 3 plus beta 3x plus gamma 3y. So when I calculate dou phi 2 with respect to dou x, answer is beta 2. When I say dou phi 3 with respect to dou x, it is beta 3. So you can see here these are just constant values. So the strain distribution, when you talk about it, the derivative of the displacement, a linear displacement function, which you can see here, results in a constant strain within the triangle. These values are constant, beta 1, beta 2 and beta 3. Application. CST elements are simple and computationally efficient, making them suitable for problems where the stress and strain variations are not severe. However, they may not provide accurate results for problems involving complex stress distributions or higher deformation gradients. So we cannot go for CST element with complex elements. We can go for very simple type of problems. Interpolation functions. The shape functions, interpolation functions for CST elements are linear. And that is what I told you. Shape function or linear function phi is linear. These shape functions define how the displacement within the element is interpolated from the nodal displacements. So this is how you can calculate. Suppose if you are talking about displacement at a particular node, say 1, it is u1, here it is say u2, and here it is u3. So when I have to calculate the total displacement for this element that you can see over here, this total element, this will be u1 phi1 plus u2 phi2 plus u3 phi3. So that's how you calculate the value of the total displacement over this element, where u1, u2 and u3 will indicate the individual displacements at each node. So this is about the constant strain triangle. We have already seen the derivation of this constant strain triangle. Next we will talk about linear strain triangle. It is a type of finite element where the strain is allowed to vary linearly with the element. So this is very important. In the first case, when the strain was constant, here it is going to vary with the element. And LST typically has 6 nodes. This is very important, including 3 nodes at the vertices and 3 nodes at the midpoints of the edges. So we'll see the diagram. This is the total element. As you can see, it has 3 nodes, 1, 2 and 3 at the vertex, and 4, 5, 6 as you can see at the midpoint of each edges. Displacement assumption. The displacement within the element is approximated by a quadratic function. This is very important. Where we were talking about linear function in case of CST, here it is going to be quadratic function. This means that the displacements are quadratic functions of the coordinates. Strain distribution. A quadratic displacement function results in a linear variation of strain within the element. Now, since it is quadratic, when you derivate it, what you will get is going to be a linear variation. So when you talk about this equation of displacement, this u will be alpha 1 plus alpha 2x plus alpha 3y plus alpha 4x square plus alpha 5xy plus alpha 6y square. This is the equation that you assume, because here we are talking about x and y direction, and this is the equation. Similarly, you can have the equation for v. So this will be alpha 7 plus alpha 8x plus alpha 9y plus alpha 10x square, and so on and so forth. You can form the equation for v as well. The strain distribution, when you derivate this dou u, say with respect to dou x, you will have this term as alpha 2, this will be 0, this is 0, here you will have plus 2x alpha 4, and here this will be alpha 5 into 5. Similarly, you can calculate for dou v by dou y, and you can get an equation. So you can see that this is becoming a linear equation. It is not a constant value, it is a linear equation where if you substitute the value of x and y, you will get some value of dou u by dou x, but it is in all an equation. But it is a linear variation because there is no quadratic term here. Applications. LST elements provide better accuracy for problems with complex stress distributions and higher deformation gradients compared to CST elements. They are more suitable for problems where higher precision is required. So you need more precise values. You need to go for LST element. The shape functions for LST are quadratic. These shape functions provide a more accurate representation of the displacement element within the element. We'll talk about the summary of differences between CST and LST. Nodes. CST has 3 nodes while LST has 6 nodes. Displacement function. CST uses a linear displacement function leading to constant strain. LST uses a quadratic displacement function leading to linearly varying strain. Accuracy. LST provides higher accuracy for complex problems compared to CST. Computational effort. CST is computationally less demanding than LST, making it suitable for simpler problems. When you are solving for a LST problem, your problem will take computationally more time and more space to work, whereas when you are working with a CST element, you will get the results faster, because obviously it is not very precise, so it will give you results faster. Also, the number of nodes are lesser, so the computation time required will be less. Visualization. CST. Imagine a flat triangle where any deformation applied results in the entire triangle deforming uniformly. So this is a CST element. LST. Imagine a more flexible triangle where deformation can vary within the triangle, allowing for a more detailed and accurate representation of how materials deform under load. So when I talk about CST element, say if this is the element, when you apply load, this will bend uniformly from all the ends. It will be something like this, bending all uniformly. But when I talk about LST, it could deform something like this, So it is showing non-uniform deformation. Usage consideration. CST suitable for coarse meshes and problems where the precision requirement is lower. LST is suitable for finer meshes and problems where higher precision is needed to capture detailed stress and strain distributions. In practice, the choice between CST and LST depends on the specific requirements of the analysis, including the desired accuracy and computational resources available. So, based on what resources you have, what kind of processor you are using, what kind of accuracy you need, you will decide whether you want to go for a CST element with lower number of nodes, with lesser accuracy, or you want to go for LST element where you will have more nodes and you will have better accuracy. So, with this, I end the session. I hope you have understood the difference between CST and LST. If you have any doubts, please write to me in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for latest video updates. See you in the next session. Thank you.